Hey guys, and welcome into Teaching with Sierra. Here on this channel, I recently have been doing vlogs of like days in my life as an instructional assistant. So I really wanted to do this video live so that people could just watch it back. I don't have to edit it. What I really wanted to talk about, because it's been so long, with teaching, the duties of being an instructional assistant, the pros and cons of being a teacher's assistant versus being a teacher, and then of course to talk about just anything else that's relatable. So the job requirements, let's talk about that first for instructional assistants, right? The job requirements to be, hi sweetheart, how are you? The job requirements for being a teacher's assistant, it just means that you're part of the staff and you might have to, do like a morning duty and afternoon duty. It might mean that you are, strictly covering, that's good. Thanks for coming in. It's almost like it's strictly for just, like whatever grade level you're working with, right? So for myself, being a first grade instructional assistant, I have to do duties such as like getting kids out of the car in the morning. I have to do first grade bus riders in the afternoon. I also do lunch duty. So lunch duty is basically covering first grade during lunch. So NEIA covers that. When I was working in kindergarten, it was the same thing. It just meant that you are covering kindergartens, whatever class you were in. But this year it's a little different, right? Because we have 3 first grade classrooms and only 2 instructional assistants. So it's 2 instructional assistants for lunch for 3 classrooms. And that is okay. When I say job requirements, right, and it comes to teaching assistants, you guys are going to be basically like helping the kids, like reverse a letter if it's written incorrectly. Same as numbers. Like this is the small things that you're correcting to make them understand wrong is wrong and what's right is right. So, just to give an example, if you're walking around during literacy time and you see that a kid, has spelled a word wrong that is clearly up on their word wall, why would we leave it incorrect? So the thing of just saying like, hey, you know that this word is on the word wall, it should be spelled correctly, just because it's something that's being given to them, right? Also, from time to time, you all might help out with small groups. And what I mean by that is like, you might be asked, if you're like, trying to get your degree to teach, you might be asked to basically do small groups for literacy or for math. And there's nothing wrong with that. Those are like, those little small moments are honestly what is going to like pull you in to make you want to be the teacher, because it's like the groups of kids, they grow on you. Like, yeah, the first day of school, first kindergarten, first grade, they're crying. They want their parents, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, the small groups are what give you more interaction with these children. So yes, you might be asked to run small groups. You might be asked to, just watch over the rest of the class and make sure that the work is done. You might be asked to, check their work, put a smiley face on it, put a star on it, those little small things. When it comes to like other job descriptions of an instructional assistant, I will say, you might be asked, to cover the class while they are in a meeting, whether it be an IEP meeting, 504 meeting, or a meeting just with, like the principal, or if they have like these math and literacy meetings that teachers have. You might also be asked to cover when they're not there. So that means that you're, like responsible for the whole class by yourself. unless you don't feel comfortable, stepping in and doing it by yourself. I have done it so many times that I'm just comfortable with like being by myself. So if you're out, whatever. Um, Being a teacher's assistant also just means that you're going to be in a classroom majority of the time. You're going to be hands-on helping out with these children and clearly being in the room to help give extra assistance. And like when it comes to being a teacher's assistant, you also might end up going to like specials. Some teachers call them specials, some teachers call them um, like extra. Yeah, I can't even think of what they call them, but we just call them specials. This year we started calling them Clouder Collab because it's to where the Clouder, which is a group of them, right? So you have music, you have art, you have ISTEM, you have PE, and you have music. So the group of those teachers come together to make a Clouder, they come together as a collab to create different things for them to do during their time. So you might be asked to sit there, for like 30 minutes, right? You might be asked to sit there for the whole 45 minutes. You might just be asked to, watch over one or two kids. I know that with myself, I do go to these special classes, and they are 45 minutes long. I do attend to supervise one child, and basically make sure that he is doing what he needs to do. So like sometimes these things are going to be different. It's always going to look different. So at every district, it's not going to be the same, but to give a good aspect of what a teacher's assistant's life is like is here on this channel. I definitely feel like I have given video after video of showing you guys what it's really like a day in my life recently this year as a first grade instructional assistant, where I'm hopping in and out of every classroom. I might not show it, but it's because, I take the little small moments that I can and film it as far as like what I'm doing. But overall, with me, 3/4 of the way, 75% done of getting my own degree to become a teacher, I wanted to start this journey of teaching with Sierra to show you guys what it's really like. I'm definitely, like not on my phone all the time. I just like take little quick snippet clips and just put them all together. So I realized that, with hopping in and out of classrooms, not having a stable classroom, not having, like the space that I used to have last year or the year before that while working in kindergarten, that, I can't just sit there and like turn the camera and vlog and show every single moment. There are moments that, are frustrating as a teacher's assistant, of course, with, the pay is not all that, but we know that. And at the end of the day, the way I look at it, this was what I wanted to do. This was my passion. This is something that I, just wanted to explore. And I think that along the way of getting my degree, it just helped me to understand what it's going to be like to have a teacher's assistant. And there are so many things that I can say of, like how I want my teacher's assistant, to be treated as far as like, and also how we have a connection with each other. So being a teacher just means that you have more responsibility. They get paid more. And they also, just get to do all the lesson planning. I don't have to lesson plan. I don't have to stay until 4 o'clock. I don't have to, look at any type of data unless the data is given to us in student success meetings or in staff meetings that, bring the data up on the board. You know what I mean? So like, I don't have to worry about that. It's a lot of things like that I don't have to worry about with that. I don't have to communicate with the parents like that unless, I see them in person or unless they message me on our app. So it's very low key. I will say that a lot of people who want to become a teacher should definitely get their foot in the door with wanting to try out the instructional assistant or teacher's aide, whatever they call it, in every district is different. So like getting your foot in the door and then seeing what it's like, that's a really great thing. So teachers assistants are, undervalued for sure, but they definitely create a great asset to the team, to the classroom, to the kids, and everything else. Hello, your pleasure 721. How are you? So I just wanted to go live and do this. I really feel like lives are better for me because I can't always do a day in the life. And I just wanted to kind of share that information. But if there's any other information that anyone wants to know, you can always comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as possible with that information. And of course, if you are interested in learning about Liberty University, check it out here on the channel as well. I give you guys like reasons why, of what I wish I knew before attending Liberty University. And honestly, it's time for another one because it's just that time. I don't live in Florida. I actually live in Virginia. So Virginia is Virginia is where I'm at. Born and raised here. So yeah, check out some of the other videos here on the channel. And of course, I do want to try to get more like teaching stuff out because I think a lot of teachers stumble on materials that they want to, like teach, and they also are like stumped upon certain things. And I think that another good thing with another good thing with teaching is just that we're here to help each other out. My brother used to live in Virginia. I love you, Cece. Oh, thanks. I love you too. Yeah, Virginia is it is what it is here. I can tell you that. I don't know. I always dreamed about going somewhere else. I don't know. I felt like once I got my degree, I would want to branch out and teach somewhere else because I've lived here all my life, and I'm blessed to have my kids go through the school system here with me, and I didn't have to, the days that they have off, I have off, and that's another good thing about being a teacher's assistant. When your kids are off in the summer, so are you. When you want to get paid for 12 months instead of 10, you can. So that's like I said, there's so many pros and cons of this career. Like, I can have days off. I can work from home on teacher work days. I can have snow days when we have snow days. Like, we just recently had 9 within I would say the last month and a half. And that's really not normal for us because we don't normally have snow. I mean, we do, but not like we did this year. It just kept happening back to back to back to back. But there's also like the pro of you get to use your badge at like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and get a certain percentage off because you're a teacher. So I love that. And of course, I get to use that for Canva and get Canva absolutely free. So if you show them your badge or whatever, you can get it. You can get you can get Canva for free instead of paying $12.99 a month. So that's really good. And you can make your own worksheets on there. So like I said, there's other videos that I really want to put out, like how to make worksheets on Canva. Like another math game that I just recently learned from a coworker. And then, of course, to share like how they get ready for like parent teacher conferences and stuff. It's really cute little like tactics that they use as far as like what they put together to showcase to the parents of like what their kids have learned. So it's really cute. And then, of course, just some other things. But I really wanted to just connect with other people and see, like what it's like in other districts because, I mean, the world may never know if you don't ask. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope to go live again more and more every day, hopefully, because it is better to just go live and do a video and then just let people watch it back instead of editing it. Because honestly, I'm just glad that, God has blessed me to be in the job that I am because of all of the pros that come with it. The cons, the only con I can really say before I go is that, you don't, you can ask to be placed wherever you want as far as the grade level, but you're not guaranteed that. Especially like for myself, I don't brag about this type of stuff, but I hear it all the time. So I'm just like relaying the message to you. Um, oh, like you work well in special ed. Okay, yep, I did that for my first 2 years there. So therefore, yes, I do work well with special ed. And behavioral children. But I also get the compliment of I am the jack of all trades and I can work in kindergarten, I can work in first grade, I can work in sped. Yes, I can, because those are the three main places that I have been in my career at this school. So until that degree is 100% finished, because I clearly have three back there, but until my degree to teaching K through 6 is done, those are the areas that I can be beneficial to the school at the moment. And honestly, I get to leave every day at 2:45. I get there at 7:15. I get to literally not have to talk to parents and deal with all that crap. So, I'm gonna take that. But y'all have a good day and thank you so much for joining today's live.